What's up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, and welcome back to the Nacho Mama's Fantasy Football League Volume 5. That's right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should probably be quiet. My little baby's right there. Taking a little snooze. She's a little fussy. So we're just going to get into these rankings. I got notes, as I tend to do. Winners won, and losers lost. But also, we got a lot of parity going on in the league as of the end of week 3 this past weekend. So you can say some winners lost and some losers won. Anyway, let's get into these rankings, shall we? Sigh, 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 sigh.
Sigh, 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 sigh.
Okay, well, we are back. Thank you for joining me today. We'll go to the 12th place team. The 12th place team in these year rankings is kicking it with Young Ho. That's right, it's Samuel's team. He had no top dudes. Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles was on his bench. Scored about 27 points. He took an L against Darren's squad, and I did see that had he played the combination of Tom Brady, Devonta, who went off, and Tony Pollard, had he done so, he would have won by 2.7 points. Narrow victory. Could have been his. Carson Wentz had a bad day. Allen Robinson continues to disappoint fantasy owners across the country. I did say that. I wrote that. I wrote it and I said it. We're going to move on to the 11th place team. And the 11th place team in these here rankings is Ghost of Bongtown. Saigo. Don't want to go too much. My wife gets really mad at me when I do voices. See, I think I'm just doing voices, but if it's a voice of a non-white male, if it's a non-white male voice that I'm doing, it's a little taboo, a little, you know what I mean, a little not available for consumption. So 11th place, Andrew's team, 94.5 points. Top dudes, Ryan Tannehill. Jamal Williams was on his bench. Jamal Williams went off, and Jamal Williams will continue to do so because DeAndre Swift is not Swift as of right now. I did also see, let's say, he won this week, which is great. He got his first victory of the year. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ninja stars is what those were. Had he thrown down Jamal Williams instead of David Montgomery, he could have won by even as much as 38 or 39 points. So winning is winning. Doesn't matter if you win by a little or a lot. This week, he takes on Darren's team. I think he's going to need more than 95 points to take down Osai Vedigo, but more on that team later. We'll move on to the 10th place team. The 10th place team in these here rankings is Master Cook. That's right, it's Allen's team. Allen had a rough week. He had a bit of rough one here. His top position was the Bengals defense. So there you are. He's still got DeAndre Hopkins, Chris Godwin are going to come back into the fold. My notes say, but is it too late for our heavy metal hero to prevail? I think he's got plenty of time to not only prevail, but that'd be, and never mind, if you prevail, you win. This week he takes on Tanner's team, literally the Packers running back room, and he's going to have to pull out all the stops if he is looking to achieve victory. We'll move on to the 9th place team, 5 and 4, makes 9. 9th place team in these here rankings is Chateau St. Bargles Winery. Yes, I was 9th ranked myself 9th place last week. I am here again. I barely scored 100 points. I lost to Katie's team. I had Marquise Brown on my bench. Had I played Hollywood Brown, as they call him, I would have won. Only myself to blame. You know, we all have these matchups each week, and if we're lucky enough to have some guys on our bench that we could have slotted in and maybe got a victory, it's on us. You know, I got too many very talented receivers, and my running backs are non-existent. What can we say? What can we say? I am without right now. They say that DeAndre Swift is going to be down for a little bit, so I'm without my second round, 17th overall pick for at least the foreseeable future. What is a boy to do? That was in my notes. What is a boy to do? I know. I'll go up against the most dominant team in the league, Michael's Limp Biscuits. So, moving on. Move on to the 8th place team, and the 8th place team in these here rankings is... That's right, it's Grand Salami time. Oh, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. While I was saying it, it's Katie's team who got their first win of the year against the Winery. Jalen Hurts is that guy. About 34 points from that guy. Chris Olave for the Saints. Got 19 points on her bench. She's looking pretty good. My notes for her team, although I have her at 8th place, you know, every team in the league right now is 1-2 or 2-1. That's it, except for one. More on that later. But every other team, 11 of the 12 teams are 1-2 or 2-1. A lot of parity, which is right there, which is right here. Here's that. Here's you. Here's me. There's you. So, 8th place team is Katie. She's got 2 top 5 quarterbacks in Tua and Jalen Hurts. She's got a top 5 tight end in Tyler Conklin. She's got 2 top 5 kickers. And that has nothing to do with Josh Jacobs and Christian McCaffrey. So, as the season moves along, so will Grand Salami time of this, I have no doubt. Moving on to 7th place team. 7th place team in these here rankings is Team Diaper Funds. That's right, it's Corey's team. Didn't have a good day. Josh Allen scored 30 points, as he is apt to do, but, this was a very tight matchup. I mean, look, Evan won by 3-ish points. This is so far the smallest margin of victory that we have bore witness to so far this season. Corey would have lost to a lot of people this week, and he lost to one of them. So, but, what if I told you, these are my notes, what if I told you that Corey could have played the Rams defense, who got 6 points, and instead of the Chargers defense, who got -4. So negative means less than none. It means some, but in the opposite direction. You're going down. So down boy. Rams defense got 6 points. Chargers defense got -4 points. So if you switch that, that's a 10-point swing. Like I said, he only lost by about 3 points. That would have been the difference. What are you going to do? What can you do? Adam Thielen, Juju Smith-Schuster, Ramondre Stevenson is looking pretty good. Joe Mixon, Michael Gallup, these are still good players, of course, but what can we say? 79 points, not good enough to win. Moving on to the 6th place team. The 6th place team in these rankings is Betta with Chedda. Yes, Betta with Chedda. Here are my notes. I'm just going to read them to you. So this is awkward. Ben, this is awkward. Yeah, my daughter agrees. It's we got a guy here, okay? We got one of them guys over here. He would have defeated anybody this week. Anybody save for Michael's team, who he went up against. Okay? We got a guy here who's got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry who combined for 70 points. 70 points would have been enough to beat Tanner's team. Tanner's team would have lost to Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry combined. So, okay. Those are the breaks for our reigning champion, Ben. I will say, though, what we need to understand, two things are very true after 3 weeks of play. Ben has scored the second most points of any team. Okay? Might be in 6th place in these rankings, but he's the second highest scoring team, and he has had the second most challenging schedule after 3 weeks. It's not a big sample size, of course, but this week he takes on Team Robs, and I think as of week 4, week 5, we're going to start to see the story unfold. We will start to, can I do it? Is it my double chin? Wait, we will see the story unfold. Okay. We're going to move on to the next team, and the next team, I just mentioned it, is Team Robs in the 5th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Team Robs, with a gurgle coming out of my throat. Aaron Rodgers, 20 points, good for him. Trevor Lawrence did better, 31 points on his bench. Cordarrelle Patterson ran all over the Seattle Seahawks because the Seattle Seahawks have Geno Smith. And even though he's the quarterback, the defense isn't very good. The defense isn't very good because the team's not very good. And if the team's not very good, then they're just collecting a check and they're going to go home to the Pacific Northwest. So, now look, Evan got the win. Yes, indeed. Would he have lost to 8 other teams this week? Sure. These are, again, my notations. And also his bench outscored his main roster by 50 points. His bench, this is how deep Evan's team goes. So, you look at Evan's team. You look at Team Robs, and you see Alvin Kamara. You see Ezekiel Elliott. You see Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf, and James Robinson, Miles Sanders, right? A lot of window dressing. A lot of marquee Hollywood Walk of Fame names in the pretty lights, right? But you know what I see? I see Russell Gage getting 20 points. I see Christian Kirk stepping up there in Jacksonville. I see Cordarrelle Patterson currently is a top 5 fantasy running back. Look at the stats. And tell me that they are going to not give him the ball with the volume that they're giving him the ball. That's Cordarrelle or Cordarrelle, Corduroy, I don't know. So Evan is going to do battle with Betta with Chedda. Whoa, okay. It's a real deal Evander Holyfield matchup of the millennia. It's like a collision course, these two teams, it feels like. Just like that little NASA DART satellite being shot off into space. What are we trying to play God? God creates all, right? Then he created the asteroids, and that asteroid was just doing its thing. Little Chihuahua, I don't know the name, Chimosa? Gamora? I don't know the name of the asteroid. Cool name. Can't remember it. But it was floating there, doing its thing. It was an asteroid, a little brother asteroid. Kind of like me and my brother. They're kind of floating through space, doing their own thing. And we had to go there and take all of our MIT graduates that are making all this money, and so they can get together with their nerd wallet and their little glasses and their blue shirts and their khaki pants and their shoes, going there and working for NASA, shooting up a little golf cart into space, and they gotta just, oh yeah, millions of dollars, 5 years to just little fart on the moon, not even. What are we doing here? Anyway, moving on to the 4th place team. 4th place team in these here rankings is literally the Packers running back room. I had a hard time putting Tanner at 4th place. I had a hard time, anybody that's going to put up 64 points. That is a single week lowest so far. I'd be curious to see if anyone scores less than 64 points in 1 week. I take notes of that. You know, year-end awards. That is an award. It's an award for someone that didn't do good that week. And right now, Tanner, your name is all over it, baby. I also put, with my notes, I put top dudes and bench studs. And I put not applicable for either. Rough day at the office. Packers running back room, along with Darren Waller and Darrell Henderson Jr., combined for 14 some odd points. You're going to have a rough go of it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I really do like a lot of the players on his team. It was like unlucky, like a deck of cards, like you got the hand dealt to you, and all the cards are bad cards. That can't happen every week like it happened this week. You know, pray to baby Jesus above. I have here that still got Cooper Kupp. Russell Wilson's going to improve. That running back room has to do better. The Packers have to do better in general. Takes on Master Cook this week, and it's like I mentioned about the storylines being forged, the sweater being knit. It all is happening right now before our very eyes. I put, what you gonna do, T-Dap? What you gonna do? So that's my note. To move on to the third place team. Taking my time with this video, I think. Third place team in these here rankings is, can you hear it? Can you smell it? It's O-Side! Vatigo, baby! That's right, it's Darren's team. And here's my notes as I'm waking up my sleepy baby who's going to start crying and fussing because I'm so excited that Darren's in third place. Look what we got here, boys and girls, all the way at the top three. Can this be real? Is it a mirage? A mirage is when, you know what a mirage is. Let me tell you something. I think that this is the real deal. First off, he's up 5 slots from 8th place. Secondly, he defeated Samuel's team by 32 big boy points. Okay? Thirdly, the man went on the waiver wire, picked up David Njoku, played that son of a gun, and David Njoku got him almost 20 points. And you know who put David Njoku on the waiver wire? Me, baby. I put David Njoku on the waiver wire, baby. And, you know, what else? If you want more? How about he's currently the 5th highest scoring team so far after 3 weeks. Want more? Kyler Murray, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Adams. They've all underperformed. Come here, baby. Come here. She wants to be in the video. She gets to be in the video. Okay. So, Darren, proud of you, baby. Keep this up. You know, I'm rooting for you all the way. Let's go, baby. Okay, nice yawn. So, we have the second place team, and the second place team in these here rankings is the Fancy Lads. Do you remember me? I'm Dada. The Fancy Lads in second place. Again, had a little trouble putting Whitney all the way up here at second place, up 3 slots. But you know what? Here's the thing. Whitney won. And he won against a team that would have lost against anybody. Okay. This is true. He scored less than 85. He would have lost to half the league. Okay. You know, quit playing a stringed instrument all over him. You know? Facts remain. He's 2-1. He's got Patrick Mahomes. It turns out Whitney's team is the 3rd highest scoring team of any team so far after 3 weeks. Is it a fluke? Did he just get lucky with his 2 victories? I don't know. Takes on kicking it with Young Ho this week, and he's going to look to continue some of these winning ways. Okay, Queenie? All right. But now, I'm going to put her down so I can give it my all on this one. Love you, baby. Okay, and the first place team, you already know. The man, the myth, the legend. You know him, you love him. Men want to, let me take that again. Women want to, no, let me take it again. Men want to be him, and women want to be with him, it's Limp Biscuits. Mark Andrews, 25 points. He played Derek Carr. Like, who cares? I'm just going to throw Derek Carr out there. Throw a freaking Derek Carr to the wind. Got 24 points from that. Saquon Barkley with 20 points. Okay, now I'll bring it back. I know, baby. This is what happens when your mom goes to Crate and Barrel Outlet. He had Khalil Herbert on his bench put up 30 points. Amari Cooper put up 20 points on his bench. Michael is the only 3-0 undefeated team. He has earned the top spot. He could have scored more. He texted me and let me know. He could have scored even more. He could have scored even more. We all could have scored more, but he won. He's a winner. 3-0. What else? What else we got? I don't know. Scored the most points of anybody this week too. Why don't we throw that on top? That's like putting the cake on top of the cake. You know, put some icing on that cream cheese filled dessert treat. You know, is there anything else, anything better that we could say about Michael's team except that he's about to go 4-0, baby? He's going to the winery. Michael's coming to the winery. Yeah, Uncle Michael coming to the winery. Because the winery is where you go to win. What a time to be alive if you're Michael. So there you go. That's the rankings this week. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in this week, next week, and the week, blah, 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 blah. What else can be said that hasn't already been said? Quinny and I signing off. And ta-ta.